Okay, so did this makeup look, and if you were paying attention, a few things snuck in there that are a little different. That is these. These are different than my Saint ones. You can kind of see the size comparison. The blushes. So I said a few weeks ago, I think, I said that I was like trying something new, the same but different. And I was really, really excited about it. So what it is this. This is Piper Blue Organic. This is just the compact I got through them. Obviously, you can see it's very, very similar. It's a different, same concept, same magnetic tin, same kind of whole thing, but different ingredients, and the product is slightly different. And I have used Saint for 6 years, almost 7 years. And I love it. I did not love it at first. I've told that story many times because I feel like you have to get used to using it. It is something totally different than other makeup. And once you play with it a little bit, you will love it. But when I first got it, I put it on, I hated it, I threw it in a drawer, and I did not pick it up for 7 months later. And then I just became obsessed, and then it changed my skin, and then it went from there. And for me, somebody who loves product and trying things, I wouldn't say I love product. I do buy a lot of stuff, but I like kind of being in the know. I like the experiment of how's it going to work for me, and is it going to work for my clients? And I guess a little bit of that comes from talking to clients in my treatment room, doing makeup semi-professionally. I call it semi because I don't do as much anymore. Because my weekends are just taken up with momming stuff. And so, but anyway, I feel the need to know, is this what I should tell my clients to use, or should I give them my opinion? And I love that part of it. So it's very fun for me. That being said, I just really haven't changed what I've used, because I've dabbled in things and I immediately go back. I've tried other creams. I've tried foundation. I'm like, oh, maybe I should go back to a foundation. No. Oh, no. And just different things that I've wanted to try that were maybe popular or whatever. So I've just always stuck with this and I love it. And so the lovely algorithm was targeting me and would not stop putting this in my face. And I finally clicked on it, and 2 things stuck out to me that I loved that I immediately purchased. I was able to order samples. So these were my samples. This is what I was trying. And I loved that. I loved that I didn't have to make a huge price commitment to see it. Now, what I will say about the samples is it was hard for me to gauge. There wasn't like enough in there, and it was a small amount. I could definitely gauge if I loved the contour, the bronzer, and the blush, which I did. But I kind of was like, okay, I need to order the bigger tins of the main colors to see, because it was almost like I didn't have enough. It was more just to make sure I ordered the right color. So, but I loved that. I felt like I wasn't going into it blind and spending money on a bunch of stuff that, it's why when I do an in-person color match, which I don't do a lot anymore because it's just too hard with my schedule, but when I do an in-person color match, they always go great because they can feel it, they can see it, and it's just an easier purchase. So I loved that in the ingredients. The ingredients are so good. So it's all organic. So it's called Piper Blue Organic Illuminating Organic Makeup. I knew there was like some other word I was forgetting. Spot on name. Number one question, will it replace my Saint? Absolutely not, because it's different. It's the same but different. It is the same but different. So it is cream makeup in tins, going to give you that nice skin like buttery look. Here's the difference, pros and cons. So basically it's going to fit in, and this was probably the number one seller for me because I wasn't ready to. I love having everything in this compact. Like, I have gotten spoiled. I've gotten very spoiled of when I travel, when I like need to take makeup to work, if I need to do anything, I just like grab and go with my few little things. But like, I could not have bottles and stuff everywhere anymore. I'm just like, I can't do it. So my biggest thing was it fit in my makeup tin. It fit in my makeup compact, and I can combine the two brands, and I love them for different reasons. So like I said, okay, so first off, it has the whole same system. Okay, so it has your lighter colors. This is a corrector. Lighter colors, bronzer, contour, and blushes, and they go on like it, and it goes on 3D, and it can go on one layer, and it does all the same things. Okay, but it is organic. It is, the ingredient list is phenomenal, like phenomenal. And I have been trying. I will never be a girl who goes fully non-toxic because I feel like I tried that in my early 20s. It made me a little crazy. And two, I'm kind of gonna like what I like, but I do try to, and have been trying, and especially because I'm paying more attention to what I'm putting on Cole than what I'm putting on myself. So I do try, if I find like a good non-toxic thing that's working, I'm like all for it. You know, my skincare is pretty much clean now. So not to say that Saint is toxic. And this is another rabbit hole I don't really want to get down, but I think that the reason that I couldn't go full non-toxic life is because there is so much information out there. And I know a lot because of the jobs I've had in the past where I've had to work hand in hand with labs making products and seeing where they come from and knowing how they're put together. And it's things that are like, I don't use that app that scans it and tells you what's good and not, mainly because I think it's great for most people to use, but I just know that that's not, you're not going to get 100% accurate because they're not getting where it's from and how it's distilled and levels of product. Like, something on an ingredient list could have so many meanings depending on where it's coming from. So that being said, I will never go down a full non-toxic life rabbit hole because you'll make yourself crazy. But I do like to maybe now shy on the way of the side of, let's give this a shot. If it's better and it has less ingredients, I think that's my thing. Less ingredients. Like, there's just a lot of ingredients. Like, a couple years ago started looking at, I use half and half in my coffee, and I was like, well, it should just be half cream and half milk. Why are all these other things in there? So looking at minimal ingredients is more where I'm at versus, like, does it not need to be in there? Does it not need to be in there? Then why do we put it in there? So that being said, just to give you a quick rundown. So this is their organic olive oil blend with coconut oil, jojoba oil, vitamin E. All freaking amazing. Zinc oxide, non-nano zinc oxide. I have also said this through my own research and development here. I have found that I believe that Saint Makeup provides sun protection. I do. Now, do I wear an SPF? Yes, I do. But I do believe that it provides sun protection. Through my own research of going outside and wearing it at the beach and wearing it outside when Cole's playing and going to the park and things like that, I truly believe that. I'm sure that, I know there are a lot of laws when it comes to claiming that your product is sun protecting. So therefore, I'm sure Saint maybe doesn't have the right amount in there, or so they can't make a blanket statement for the whole world that this is sun protection. It protects me from the sun. This has enough and shows that it is enough to be an SPF. So that being said, if you've watched any of my skincare videos, you know I'm not a huge fan of SPF in my makeup or in my skincare. I like it as a separate step. I actually kind of treat it as my makeup primer because I use a mineral one. It's a little tacky. So I love that. So this is my SPF, but it doesn't hurt to have a little extra. So I love that. And I love that if I do need to throw on something really quick that has a little bit of SPF and a little bit of moisturizing and a little bit of coverage, because this doesn't have as much coverage as the Seint. So it's why I probably on a daily basis will wear my basic Seint creams. This is just different. This is a thinner. This would be really nice for the beach. It's super hydrating. It's super nourishing. I just love it. I love it. And I'm so excited to honestly have a option of very clean, very creamy, and more hydrating, because there are definitely people that I have said when doing their facial or whatever, I don't think Seint would be the best for you. I think you're going to find it patchy, and you're going to find it because their skin was so dry. They needed nourishment. And I also was looking for something like that. So I am really excited about this. So it's much more nourishing. It's much more hydrating. It just gives a different look and feel. I do not have it on today. I do have the bronzer and contour on today, which I will talk about in 1 minute. So then it is a wax base, which is what makes these makeups so well. So there's wax in this. There's a wax in this. They are different kinds of waxes. Waxes are not bad. Waxes are what make these makeups so much better than others, because what they are doing is they are actually becoming one with your skin without soaking into your skin, without just sitting on top. It is why the Seint makeup and the cream makeups and the things like that just give you just such a effortless, glowy look, because it's actually makeup that's sitting and moving with your skin, as opposed to drying down and becoming one with the skin, which is then going to crack, or too greasy and too like moisturizing that it's going to suck into your face. Have you ever put on like a tinted moisturizer and then 5 hours later it's gone? Yeah, that's because it's moisturizer and it's soaking into your skin. Okay, so, and then arrowroot, awesome, and then a few other things, but not, but they're all organic, and it's really good. It's really good. Why I will say, okay, today's work day for me, and so that's why I have Seint on, and so I used my basic Seint creams. The thing that sold me. These bronzers and contours blend like a dream. Like butter, like absolute butter. They actually don't have any brushes in their company, because they apply their makeup fully, like blend everything with their fingers. I have always been a makeup brush girl. But I will say recently I've had a couple clients who are like, they're friends of mine. So I haven't, you push them. I'm like, hey, whatever, do you. They're like, I don't really apply makeup with brushes, so I'm just going to like apply it with my fingers. And they have all loved it. And I'm like, maybe I should try that. And I will say, I am a makeup brush girl. I know how to use them properly. I love to use them. I get better coverage with them. But I recently posted a tutorial applying it with my fingers, because you can do that too. And if that makes you feel more comfortable applying your makeup, I actually think that maybe I've been a little too forceful with telling people, you need the brush, you need the brush, you need the brush, you need the brush, because I'm so worried about them getting a brush that doesn't work with cream makeup, that they might not be makeup brush people, where they just want to kind of blend it with their fingers, not the dot on and blend. I'm talking like put it on and then like kind of rub it in like a moisturizer. I did that today with my base and it looks beautiful. So this company blends everything with their fingers. And when I tell you, there's no way Seint, their contour and their bronzer, it would never blend with your fingers. It just wouldn't. I don't care how hot your face is. It would just never blend. This though blends like a dream. Like a buttery dream. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. So, okay. So that's what made me love it. And then they also have some different colors, and I love how creamy and blendable their lip and cheeks are. So Seint obviously offers 3 different kinds. We offer satin, semi-gloss, and gloss. All great. a million different colors, whatever. What's really funny is the reason that I bought this color here. So it's like a purpley, plummy. Now, we do have Huckleberry. So this is Saint's Huckleberry. Well, pretend that didn't exist. Saint had nothing that was a plum purple, which is like a basic blush color. And it would always drive me crazy because it was probably the number one thing that people would ask me, like, do they have one? Their plum was like very brown based. And then they had anyway, they finally came out with a purple, of course, after I ordered one, but that is why I ordered this one. So I do feel that Piper Blue also offered, even though it's a very limited selection, kind of colors I was looking for. So I was really excited about that. So anyway, moral of the story is, this is my intro. I'm not going to get too crazy into it. I will be posting a tutorial and stuff. I just wanted to kind of get this out here and talk about it because I love it so much. And if it's something that you are looking for, whether it be a very easy makeup to blend, something much more hydrating, something that can just give a tiny bit of coverage, it does not give as much coverage as Saint. So it will be much more see-through, transparent, but almost like a skin tint or a skin butter or something like that. So I love that. I also have from them on the way their setting spray and their setting powder. I also love this. I have had a really hard time finding a setting spray. I do not like Saints. And then I bought a couple other ones and I found out that they irritated my skin and things like that. And so this is their ageless setting spray. So when I get this in, I'm going to do a full tutorial. This is really just my intro, what it is, what I'm blending, how I'm blending it, how it's different. And that's just, so I will do the full tutorial and I will show you. And then they have a full organic setting powder that I love. It's like a seamless, it's not too drying, it's a loose, which I'm a loose powder girl. Saint has pressed powders that I love, and when I travel, they're easy and they're nice, but on a day-to-day basis, I really love a loose powder. It's just, I always have. I don't know. It's my preference. So that being said, both of these are affiliates. So I am able to integrate them. I am able to kind of make myself a cream makeup ambassador because I love what it's done for my skin. I love what it's done for my client's skin. I love how beautiful it has made my skin. And it has honestly, because of the ingredients in both of these products, I really feel like it's healed my skin. I think I will hands down say that I think a lot of things changed. As I've gotten older, my hormones have changed. I have integrated a good skincare routine. I now get facials regularly, which I never got before. I mean, I gave myself facials, but now Kim and I, give each other facials, so that helps. And we like to treat ourselves. We're trying to make it a priority because we're important too. So, but I will hands down say that I think when I switched to cream makeup, my skin changed. I really think the less ingredients, the drying alcohols, the fragrances, all those kind of things in makeup was making my skin. I wasn't breaking out, I don't think, mainly from like my hormones or my like oil or all that kind of stuff. I really think it was the irritating ingredients that were in a lot of the makeup I was using, and then I was using more to cover it up, and then it was just this cycle. And so anyway, I just felt the need to kind of put this on here where I could get every thought out. So I appreciate you listening to this long talk, and it's just, I'm so excited. So anyway, that's the size difference, and the price comparison is very similar. I think maybe 50 cents difference. And I love that. So it keeps all the things that I love. It adds the things that I'm kind of embracing and that are important and near and dear to my heart, which is like good ingredients and good for you stuff, but also being affordable. And yeah, so I'm really excited. And so I will be, when I get everything, I will do a full tutorial, walk you through everything, show you everything, and maybe it's for you, and maybe it's the change you need, or maybe it's something to add to your Saint, because that's what I'm doing and I love it. Have a nice day. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.